Hello. Hello, Arundhati. How are you? Okay, you
Hi,
seem
I'm
pretty
doing,
young.
yeah, I'm doing great. Actually, I'm 14 years old.
Okay, you're 14 years old.
Yeah,
Drop the accent. Okay, you're 14 years old.
yeah,
Drop the accent. Okay, you're 14 years old.
yeah.
Drop the accent. At the same time, I will correct one of the major errors. I don't know who has been teaching you this way of speaking, but there are two ways, okay?
All
One
right.
is conversation, the other is speech. You're here.
Okay.
You're constantly in this mode.
Oh,
And why? Yeah, you're constantly at this mode and you're not realizing that, I guess, because you're natural. It's natural to you. But
yeah.
if I want to give a speech, I choose this mode, and when I'm talking to someone, I choose the conversation
Hmm.
because it is more entitling. There's a respect that this language has. Your what is your mother tongue? You're Hindi, right? You know Hindi.
Yes, yes,
You know
of
Hindi.
course.
Imagine I come talk Hindi very slowly as a speech, as a bhashan, and I'm constantly like that. I'm in Bangalore right now. I'll be the most chapri person you ever meet. Neutral accent, because that's the, be it American, be it British, be it Russian, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We like vodka. Okay, so any accent. Once you who instilled that in you? Tell me right now.
So the thing is that I'm very fascinated about accents, and
Mm-hmm.
I tried to learn it a few years ago, and I think now it
And
has just become a habit of mine.
okay, you're talking a lot like my mother. Have you taken a session with her before this?
No.
Seriously, you didn't meet Ahmed again before, right? I'm your
No.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to know. Okay. I'll obviously help with making that accent better, and at the same time, because there
Okay.
are many errors in that accent.
I know.
Yeah. And okay, so tell me a little about yourself. What do you do? And I know you're a student, so where are you from? And what exactly are you learning these days? What subjects you're usually entitled to? So yeah, just tell me a little about yourself.
Okay. So my name is Arundhati Roktima. I'm 14 years old and I study in grade ninth. And I come from the city of Bhilai, the state of Chhattisgarh. And I love
Hmm.
to read books, and I think that is a great hobby of mine. I'm a voracious reader. And what else should I say? I'm really interested into subjects like history and geography and polity and all of that.
Okay. Okay. So your interests are usually history and what geography? Did you say
Yep,
geography?
geography, polity, and all of that.
Okay. So, what about history? Does it do you find exciting? Which part of the history are you learning right now?
So right now in our school, we are learning about the French Revolution, and I'm really
Okay.
fascinated about modern history. It's just so I would not say that it's enjoyable because there are so many bad things that happened in modern history, like wars and everything. But it's
Mm-hmm.
just so fascinating to read about these things. They're just like stories, and you just go with the plot, you could say, and you just there are so many interesting things about history.
I get that. I that's how basically I learned history in my school. I used to consider them a story, and it was easy to remember that way.
Yeah.
I used to call one era as Hitler's dumb era, where he was going around doing dumb things in the name of war.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you are still learning that. You're in ninth, right? So yeah, one more
Yes.
year for you. One more
Yeah.
year till you reach World War II, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're still at the French Revolution, which means after the French Revolution, you have your first opium trade in
Yeah.
1880 something, and then you come to 1900 start. That's where the opium trade, the war begins.
Hmm.
Imperialization, we called it actually at that time.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's imperialization. Then you study World War One, and its aftermath. Then the recession, American recession. Then World
Yeah.
War Two, and there's a lot formation of UN and all that. And I still
Hmm.
remember that. I don't know why. Just don't ask.
Mhm.
So yeah. Okay. So right now you're studying in school. Okay. Which subject is kind of like your other than history? Which subject do you find your affinity towards? Like okay, you like it, but it's not like your best.
Maths.
Yeah, I have been hearing a lot today. I've been meeting a lot of students today. What am I out in the page of students for the day? Oh wait, it's
Maybe.
a holiday today, right? Yeah, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
why
why.
is it holiday today?
It's an election.
Really?
Yeah, okay. I don't think it's in Karnataka. I don't know if it's in any
Oh,
other state, but yeah.
okay.
Is it not a holiday there? Do you have
Mm,
school today there? No, exactly. And you didn't even know
no.
why.
Actually, our vacations are going on, so this
It
started
didn't
from
matter
1st
to
of
you.
May.
Yeah, it didn't matter to you. But no, there are elections going on even in other states. So yeah.
Oh,
So that's the reason you have a holiday today. But
yeah.
nonetheless, okay, so you like math. So what about math interests you so much? I really am actually interested in that question.
Oh, I was not really interested that much earlier, but in grade seventh, when we were introduced to algebra, I think that's when I started liking it. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's the only portion of maths that I like. Other than that, geometry and all of that, graphs, I
Mm-hmm.
hate those things. But algebra is the only portion that I actually enjoy.
Okay, mostly because it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and I've been through your phase. It's all humpy glory, and then calculus hits your face.
Yes.
Yeah, wait till you reach there, then you'll want to kill yourself. Okay, so you said that you like algebra, and obviously we've deduced that it's because it's easier. But why do you hate geometry and all those graphs things that you said?
Okay, so I am not really that good in maths. I'm good at other subjects, but not in maths. And
Mm-hmm.
geometry, there are just so many formulae that you have to learn about, finding the
Sure.
area, the volume, these things, and especially things with pi. I just don't like all those things.
With pi, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know pi is a never-ending number,
Yeah.
irrational constant? Yeah.
Hmm.
So okay, so I get that. I get. I think in our chapter it used to be called mensuration in eighth grade, and then in ninth grade again. So it was a
Yeah.
bunch of formulas for all things, and even I used to not remember them, obviously. But
Oh.
turns out it was very important. When I joined engineering, at least I realized it was very important for me.
Hmm.
So yeah, maybe you will find its use somewhere. Basically, you just told me whatever subjects you said you hated were the subjects that you'll actually use in your real world. Finding the areas and stuff. You want to build a house, you need to know how to calculate the area of a space. Okay,
Yeah.
you want to code something code a software that wants to help people build houses, you still need to know how to calculate the area
Yeah.
of a surface.
Mm.
In fact, I remember 11th grade, my biggest what to say tragedy was when I realized that's just one method of calculating the area, and that's not actually also in practice. The
Mm.
second method, which is using integration,
Oh.
you will have a graph, and then in that graph you obviously most of your events are plotted as graphs, your results
Hmm.
basically, and they'll be in form of something, so you need to calculate the area under that graph. So you'll
Hmm.
split it into two, and then you need to
Oh.
calculate above, below, and you'll use integration formulas for that.
Oh.
That's the current practice, which
Okay.
is why you'll want to kill yourself. Do it right now. Go ahead, I won't tell anyone.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's with math. What about you don't like physics or chemistry? They're pretty
I'm not really
interesting.
that fond of science.
Okay, you basically hate anything that benefits the world.
Yeah,
What are
I
you
guess.
planning to be, an artist?
Not sure yet.
I mean, sure. When I'm in 22 years old, I am not sure. Why will you be? Yeah. So, but nonetheless, yeah, do choose from your stream. And I don't know. I used to be fond of physics a lot, so I really liked that. I was
Hmm.
good at it also, so that's why. But other than that, Newtonian laws weren't even really my thing. So, why are you here? Why are you here at Clapingo, Arundhati? What is motivating you? What kind of English are you hoping to learn from this very platform that you entered here?
So I joined Clapingo in August or September of 2021, and back then my fluency and my confidence was not really good. I think that's the
Hmm.
reason why I joined Clapingo, and still I'm continuing Clapingo. And there's always scope for improvement. And also nowadays I also want to work towards my vocabulary.
Okay. All right. So I'll give you the activity to improve your vocabulary. You'll find it fun like that. At the same time, I will correct one of the major errors. I don't know who has been teaching you this way of speaking, but there are two ways, okay?
All
One
right.
is conversation, the other is speech. You're here.
Okay.
You're constantly in this mode.
Oh,
And why? Yeah, you're constantly at this mode and you're not realizing that, I guess, because you're natural. It's natural to you. But
yeah.
if I want to give a speech, I choose this mode, and when I'm talking to someone, I choose the conversation
Hmm.
because it is more entitling. There's a respect that this language has. Your what is your mother tongue? Yeah, Hindi, right? You know Hindi?
Yes, yes,
You know
of
Hindi.
course.
Imagine I come talk Hindi very slowly as a speech, as a bhashan, and I'm constantly like that.
Mm.
You get the feeling, right? You get the feeling, and that's how a
Yeah, I
person
get
you're
it.
having a conversation will feel.
Yeah.
If you're talking on a podium, this very way of your talking works there. Okay,
Hmm.
if you're in a Model United Nations, I'm pretty sure is a circuit existent over there. I was very big part of that circuit.
Oh.
Yeah, if you still take my name, I think few of them will remember. But nonetheless, I was very big part of the Delhi circuit actually. So
Oh.
over there, when you're in MUNs, yeah, you basically are voicing for your country, and you'll speak in a lot of non-personal pronouns. You're never allowed a personal pronoun in MUNs.
Hmm.
So obviously, in that scenario, your speech works. But
Yeah.
now you need to work towards your conversation because one thing is in this language that there are many body language interpretations, way of speak interpretations that when you come to your job level, the time
Hmm.
they will really read very deeply into this. They'll
Yeah.
feel like some people may really appreciate your such posture, the others may not. There's always
Hmm.
that battle of who finds you how. Okay, call me
Okay.
judgmental, but that's how the world is right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So how do we move forward from that? First is I'll give you your vocabulary building. It's pretty simple activity. That is, start watching a TV show every day. One
Okay.
episode minimum needs to be seen.
Hmm.
Preferably for your age, I would suggest Friends. Friends is the go-to.
Hmm.
Go-to. If not, if you feel like you have a nerdy side of yours, choose Big Bang Theory. It has
Oh.
Sheldon in it who speaks formal English, so the vocabulary will increase. But it's not just watching. You
Hmm.
can do that if you're watching for leisure. Do it later on for at least that one episode. I want you to have a noting device with you at all times.
Okay.
Could be your book, a pen, or could be your phone's notes app or laptop's Word file. Anything you can access again.
Hmm.
And then anytime you encounter a new word, you can obviously enable subtitles. And when you encounter the new word, you take the
Yeah.
entire sentence down. Sometimes
Hmm.
the word can be like familiar to you, but you never knew how to use it. Those kind of words also you take the sentence down. Why
Hmm.
sentence? Because sometimes context may end up defining that word more than its actual meaning. Like
Yeah.
for example, Hindi word kal. Simple word as kal can mean tomorrow or yesterday.
Yeah.
It depends on context. So same can happen with English. The word forward, you can say it in a march past and it means different, but you can say it while watching a movie and it means different. You want to
Hmm.
forward the movie, not yourself. So that's what context.
Yeah.
So that's why you take the entire sentence down, and then 10 minutes a day, that is before you sleep or after you get up, choose the time that your brain function is less than normal. So
Okay.
that way you're challenging yourself. Then you stand in front of a mirror and say all those sentences that you've noted down
Hmm.
7 times out loud.
Okay.
And to challenge yourself, since you're at the intermediate level, you can obviously create your own sentences with words. First 3 times you're saying it just how you noted it. Fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, you change up the sentence every time. So
Hmm.
now you're
Okay.
challenging yourself. And then you're also teaching your mouth how to say it.
Hmm.
Many a times at this stage, many people make this mistake of just learning words. But just learning words won't help you to remember it again or use it again. It's just like memorizing the periodic table. You know all the elements. You don't know why they are there for the certain reason. Why is hydrogen
Yeah.
up there always compared to mendelevium being down here?
Hmm.
Until you understand why are they non-metals? Why are these alkaline earth metals? Why are they non-alkaline earth metals? Why are they radioactive materials? Until you understand that how the periodic table was created, you won't understand chemistry in itself.
Yeah.
Same goes with English. Until you understand why that word exists, how the word fits into the grammar of English, that
Hmm.
that pattern needs to be created in your head on its own, and that's when you'll understand vocabulary.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, and this is an activity I started doing when I was 10 years old.
Oh.
So you're not pretty far from there. You're 15 now, 5 years.
Yeah.
So you start now. By the time you hit your college, you'll be the most fluent person out there. Now your
Maybe, who
second
knows?
aspect, I was, come on, and I'm not even the smartest person out here. Okay. Now the second aspect, which is also more important, which defines your personality now. Okay.
Hmm.
You're a very sweet lady, and I want that others to see that. It takes me time to see that you're a sweet person because at first your
Oh.
initial side comes out like I'm gonna give a speech. I'm Indira Gandhi. Nobody wants that. Trust me, nobody wants that on
Yeah.
this earth.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to be able to distinguish yourself from your
Hmm.
normal personality to your other personality that is you show to an entire crowd.
Hmm.
How do you do that? Is songs, actually.
Oh.
Not even kidding you. So, how do you want to switch? First is to find that neutral accent. If you want, I can pull off an American accent better than most people in this nation, but I don't do that. I don't
Yeah.
do that. Even though my mom and I are both trained in American accent,
Wow.
because that's the respect. If I'm talking to someone who is an American and I want to connect with him, I will choose that slang. I would
Yeah.
choose that accent. If I'm talking with someone British, I don't know the accent. Still, I'll try. If I'm around those people long enough, I will speak like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my respect to them.
Hmm.
I'm in Bangalore right now. I'll be the most chapri person you ever meet because that's their respect. I'm
Yeah.
giving them that area. You want to connect to someone, an area especially. You need to connect with that language, the way they speak that language. Okay, it could
Hmm.
be wrong. Obviously, definitely it's wrong, but
Yeah.
it's the connection. That's what the respect you pay there. So that's why
Hmm.
that's where you need to find a sense of neutrality in your accent. Once you
Okay.
have a neutral accent, be it American, be it British, be it Russian, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We like vodka. Okay, so any accent, once you find this base, no accent is difficult for you. You can pull off any
Hmm.
one of them. Okay,
Yeah.
with enough practice given. So that's the thing. So when it comes to American, with your errors, what you see is I cannot feel that air coming out of your mouth.
Hmm.
When you speak American, your mouth should be wide as possible, but at the same time, there should be air coming out. Like the way we trained for A, B, C, D in American was when I said A, I had a paper in front of we had a paper in front of my mouth, and that paper should move.
Oh.
A, B, C. That every word had to move that paper. It had to wiggle. And that's how you speak in American accent. So that's the
Wow.
practice for you. If you want to perfect the accent, do this. If you find a neutral sense, listen to songs and sing along.
Okay.